You're listening to Montreal Now with Aaron Rand and Natasha Hall on CJAD 800.
Good evening. Dan Delmar and Justine McIntyre in for Aaron and Natasha. Time for James Mennie of the Montreal Gazette. Hello, sir.
Hello, guys. How you doing?
Hey, James. We're doing good.
How are you?
Well, if it ain't the heat, it's the humidity.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
If it's not the humidity, it's the sniping over the public inquiry into foreign interference in Canadian politics.
Yes, you're breaking up a little bit there, James. But foreign interference, the public inquiry there. The government, the Trudeau government, is saying that they're waiting for the opposition. Are they aware that they're supposed to call the inquiry?
Well, in fact, because this show was always torn from today's headlines, in 20 minutes, there's a meeting supposed to take place in Ottawa between the opposition parties and the government, presumably including the Conservatives, who have been kicking up a fuss over this entire negotiation. And they claim, Radio Canada is setting it on the sources, saying that they are going to agree to the format of a public inquiry into foreign interference.
Mm-hmm.
However, they add as well the composition of this board of inquiry has yet to be determined. I still this is all happening like 48 after Justin Trudeau flat accused Pierre Poilievre of essentially not wanting to be interested in what's going on, just trying to score political points on this. Poilievre turns around, basically says Trudeau's a liar, we're trying to make this work. So this development strikes me as being rather interesting, although I remain convinced that this thing will not see the light of day, and it probably won't see the light of day because there will be no agreement on who is going to head this. Certainly, given the public crucifixion of David Johnston by the Poilievre Conservatives, I don't think anybody's going to be rushing to grab that job. And if somebody is, they may be perceived by the Liberals as being a Conservative sympathizer. So I still think, even though they have gotten over a hurdle this afternoon, theoretically, I still think there's a big fat brick wall waiting for them, and they're going to smack right into it. I don't think this is going to happen.
It really sounds to me like a how can I say, a real classic case of political gridlock, and I don't know how Trudeau's going to be able to undo that one. Honestly, I don't think that there's good faith. To be honest with you, like from the Conservative side, up until now, we've seen no good faith. We've seen that they've tried to turn it into a circus, and it looks like they're succeeding in doing that. That's what it looks like to me.
Well, I don't see how this can be salvaged, frankly. I mean, there's a lot of arguments saying, on the one hand, that there's a lot of arguments just saying basically that this has got to be about all foreign interference, because if you just focus on Chinese government interference, you are essentially giving a short shrift to a problem that is ongoing,
sure,
and is not just limited to the Chinese government. So that's where the rub is. And because in these recent years, everything in federal politics is, partisan à la American. The divisions, the partisanship here is, as far as I'm concerned, is insurmountable. I don't think they're going to be able to get around it, which is why I say I genuinely think this thing, we'll be talking about it maybe for a few more months, but in the end, it simply ain't going to happen.
I want to talk about REM stations and my bold proposal, James, to board them up if they're not going to be used properly, as is the case in Pierrefonds, Sunnybrook. I mean, 111 units. I'll go over the basic facts here in case you missed my earlier rant, but 111 units, Pierrefonds and Roxborough, going in the Sunnybrook area. There's an old garage there now, plus a vacant industrial building. 26 people signed a registry demanding a referendum. 26. The referendum goes through, and they deny the project. To me, this is bonkers.
Yeah, it is. It's nuts. But you know what? That's why Montreal is in this time warp. We want to consult. Democracy. 26 people, like you say, just killed a plan to put in a station. But this is how we do things in Montreal. And I'm sorry, I misspoke. This is how we don't do things in Montreal. And we're really good at not getting things done in Montreal, which is one of the reasons why this city has been in decline. And I'm not going to lay this exclusively at the feet of Valérie Plante and her administration. Montreal is going to consult itself into absolute oblivion. Montreal is going to, as far as I'm concerned, on the way to being not a less than world-class city. I think it lost that distinction decades ago. I think Montreal is well on its way to becoming the equivalent of a regional capital insofar as, like, you have the GMA, you have the Greater Montreal area. Montreal will be the capital of that, and that's it. But, so whether
James,
we're talking
that stings.
about... I'm sorry?
It stings.
Well, no, listen, I'm sorry. Whether it's public transit, whether it's housing, okay? Yeah. We choke on public consultations and reports. And we have to go back and take another look. It is absolutely, it would be ridiculous if it wasn't so sad. Because, we can talk about this. I love this word in French. They actually have to coin a word to describe what happens in Montreal. Immobilisme. Well, guess what? If the English translation is, if you allow the franglais, public consultations, but no decisions made. Everybody absolutely terrified.
Inertia.
Well, no, they're terrified unless they should provoke a tut-tut editorial in Le Devoir. I mean, honest to God, is there anybody outside of City Hall who reads Le Devoir, who cares what Le Devoir has to say?
Wait a minute. I read Le Devoir. That's not fair.
Well, I would respectfully submit that you're in the minority.
Okay. I'm in the minority on a lot of things, James, so that's all right.
Submit, to my colleagues at Le Devoir, your minority is shrinking on a daily basis. Yeah. Okay? But this is it. Those editorial pages are all about theoreticals. Dan's rant is about something that actually happened. Okay? So Thanks, this James. Is where we are.
Thanks. We'll talk next week. Take care.
You too.